First saw this 6 or 7 years ago in Calistoga. We didn't know what it was. It was kind of odd because we were seeing galleries like this in a tree that was back behind the elementary school, and it was in the creek behind the elementary school, and we started to see it more and more throughout kind of Calistoga area. And it wasn't, gosh, I guess it was maybe 4 years ago we got Berkeley involved. I think it was 4 years ago we got Berkeley involved. I'd have to look back for official dates because we were kind of interested to know what was going on. We didn't know what it was. It was an insect that we hadn't really seen before. Berkeley got involved, and the guys that came up from Berkeley were, it was Matteo Garbaletto. He's the sudden oak death guy. And he was really interested in some weird staining that we found in association with the bug, but he's not an entomologist. So that got kicked around for a little while. And then I want to say it was 2019, we finally got, or maybe it was 2020, we finally got the right person. We ended up with a guy named Akif Escalin from Davis. And he was the guy who found did a bunch of research and kind of identified the polyphagus shot-hole borer down in Southern California, because we thought, well, maybe that's what this is. We didn't know. Turns out it's a Mediterranean oak borer, native to Mediterranean region. That's basically kind of the history on the insect, and now it's here. There really is nothing we can do to stop it from being here aside from be responsible about what we're doing and not moving firewood. This piece of firewood, incidentally, has been underneath a tarp for 2 years, so there's no bugs in it. I just brought it as a kind of a good example of the galleries that we see that these guys create. These guys are very aggressive and they are very successful. So to control spread, the insects themselves are fairly fragile. The tests that CAL FIRE and California Department of Food and Ag and the U.S. Forest Service have done on them have shown that chipping the material will get you about an 80 to 90% control on the insect population. It knocks out most of them, which is may not sound like much, but it's actually a pretty good number. And then composting those chips or leaving them in a pile is a good way to kind of finish off the rest of the insects. Granted, you're going to get some that get away no matter what you do. Right now, CAL FIRE is saying that we want to take whatever material we can and chip it. That is the best thing we can do, short of burning. Burning is great because it kills the insects, but to burn, of course, requires space and a location, it requires space, location, and time of year. Nobody I know who's responsible right now is doing any burning, unless it's inside of a wood stove, which it's not super practical to try to do that with this stuff right now. If you see people moving firewood, like you've got friends that that are bringing or moving firewood, that's like the worst thing that we can do is moving firewood. Unless it's been under a tarp for 2 years like this, don't move firewood. Buy it where you burn it.